minutes of your time to complete the last part lambda. Even I started. Guys, shall we? So I'll take another 10-15 minutes time with the last topic. That is, I have introduced function, but let us discuss on passing function as a parameter, modifying the value along with arrow function. There we used to call it as lambda function. Here it is arrow function. I want all of you to interpret the code. Please look into line number 13, 14, 15, 16, which is a traditional approach. Whereas 19 and 20 are those points which they have mentioned. So functions are first class citizens in JavaScript. Functions are basic building block. They can assign to a variable like data. They can pass parameter to other function. And also you can return from the function. What is this 19th line? I know these block is traditional way. Tell me what is this 19th? What is the use of this 19th line compared to these 3 lines? Yes, sir.
Lambda expression.
What is the use of arrow? What is the use of lambda?
Inline function.
So instead of having function keyword with function name, parameters, open, close, return keyword, you can overcome all these keyword and traditional syntax of function. The larger function can be made into one single line by using arrow function. So your function name equal to, this has been assigned to a variable. Function 2, what is this curly brace, this parenthesis which indicates?
Parameter.
Parameters. Can I pass 2 parameters? Can I pass 3 parameters?
Yes.
Yes, possible. Arrow mark will return the value. No need to have return keyword. Arrow itself indicates it is gonna to return. So when I call fun2, and if I pass 10, 10 will be replaced to x. And whatever the body part which you have specified based on that expression, it will evaluate and it will return the value. So traditional way I'm doing x plus 10, and here also I'm doing x plus 10, 20 and 20. Output is not a very big deal. Please look into line number 13, 14, compare the same with 19th line. Function is assigned as a variable. How we are, see here, how we are storing a variable and holding the data. The variable is holding the data. Likewise, function is defined as a variable holding parameters. It is we are gonna to pass and return type. So with arrow, with and without arrow, handling the function along with object handling. Let us do a demo on the same. So implement the logic to calculate selling price of a commodity of a store based on cost price and profit. So let us use as an object type and we will modify the value. Is that clear? Shall I continue? Okay, I'll continue in the same so that you can have a look.
Yes.
Okay. So let me have a web object which is product details. Product ID. Product name. Here it is optional. So product name as tell top cost price. Requesting all of you to pay attention on this program. Let's assume 1,20,000. Cost price and for cost price and profit percentage. Let's assume we are keeping a margin of 22% profit. I'm sorry, colon. The separated symbol is colon. Can we calculate the selling price of this object based on cost price and profit percentage by using a function?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So I am going to pass object as a parameter to the function so that automatically the selling price gets updated. I will do with two ways. One is traditional way. The other one is by using arrow function. Listen. So let me go for traditional way. Function, let me give the name as function 3, which is gonna to take two parameter. One is cost price, the other one is profit percentage. It is gonna to take two parameter. And what it needs to do, we need to calculate selling price equal to just to differentiate between regular selling price and the object key value pair. I am going with different name, else it may get confused.
I think we need to use the object.
Yeah, I need
So
to use
that's,
object name. Correct. So instead of passing cost price, instead of passing profit percentage, instead of passing selling price, so what I'm going to do, let me pass object itself so that no, by using object name, I can call all the values with these keys. So in order to differentiate that local variable and your object key, I am using a variable. It's a local variable. So I'm using SP. So let it be selling price is equal to, I want to calculate. How to calculate selling price? Cost price plus
Profit margin.
So I assume like I am gonna to, no one corrected me, it is profit. So it is profit percentage. This is what the exact cost price of my product. I want to sell with the profit percentage of 22%. So whenever the value are in percentage, what we needs to do? This has been discussed on day 1. I've been discussed this revised selling price and profit value, loss value at the first day of my session. Tell me the formula. Product details dot cost price plus
percent
into
divide in
we'll go for divide
100
into
cost price. Cost price.
No, I cannot take cost price directly. Always I have to use object. So whatever the selling price I captured, I want to assign to my object selling price. One minute, let me check whether product details. Please pay attention. Let me call function 3 and I will call product details. Then I will copy paste what is happening with the product detail. So just to differentiate, before calling the function, what is my product detail? That is what would be the value of selling price. After calling the function, which is function 3 by passing an object. Object is a reference variable, by the way, I would like to remind. the selling price gets updated. Let me show you the selling price which has been updated from 0 to whatever the calculated value. All right. Since it is in reference to type, it is fetching the value. All right, let's get into the explanation of this code. What is line number 21? What is this product detail?
Variable.
It comes under the category object type, which is holding n number of values in the form of key value pair. Where I left the selling price is 0. So I want to update the selling price based on my function. So you can define, this is a traditional way as I told. So you should define function keyword followed with function name. Function is gonna to take product details as a parameter. You can give different name also. When you are calling the function, you need to pass product details. But when you are capturing, you can capture with any different name. So by using object, by calling the respective key, you can do this calculation. Cost price plus profit percentage into cost price divided by 100, which will give you the revised selling price. So whatever the thing I have calculated, I'm storing it in a variable SP, that is my local variable of selling price, that I am initializing to my product details dot selling price. So you should call the function and I am passing object. Object, as we all know, it's a reference to type. Value will be updated. So after that, when you are trying to display your product details, if you noticed, so you will be getting product ID, product name, profit percentage, cost price, as well as can you look into the last key, which is selling price. So 1,20,000 is my cost price with 22% of margin profit. If I keep, my revised selling price will be 1,46,400. Output is not a very big deal. The idea behind is passing an object to a function and modifying, updating the value. Shall we try the same with arrow function? What are all the changes you need to provide when it comes to arrow function? Do we need function keyword? Do we need function keyword? I'm just scrolling up.
No.
We don't need any function keyword. Simply you can give a meaningful function name. So let's assume calculate selling price. Do I want to pass any parameter? Pass it.
Yes.
Let it be product 1. Right hand side. What you're gonna to do? You can give it arrow function. If you have one single line, curly braces is not required. If you have many lines, curly braces is mandatory. You remember all the rule of this lambda inline function? If you have one single line, curly brace is optional. If you have two expression, let's assume I'm using local variable, then no, curly braces is mandatory. I'm doing a copy paste.
And product 1 dot.
Yeah, wherever it is product detail, you modify it as product 1. It's a local variable with respective to this block. So instead of fun3, let me call calculate selling price of product details. Let me change the percentage. Let me make it as 12. 12 profit percentage. Earlier it is 1,46,000. So now it is 1,34,000 because it is 12% profit. So requesting all of you to analyze these code. The next session is completely about arrays and objects. We will explore a lot about arrays and objects and its built-in functions. So please practice on looping construct, conditional construct, regular function, arrow function, and you can calculate, instead of product, you calculate employee gross salary. I have not assigned you do this particular program or not, because I'm sure you people are familiar with loops. That is why I just gave the topic. Try by yourself. I'm sharing the last demo, this selling price calculation with and without arrow function and regular function. Please practice on it. That's it. Okay, one more last, just a minute question. What does the function in below code return? Function hello, alert hello. What is the return type? Do we have return and return keyword and return type?
No, ma'am.
If it is not defined, what would be the type of value in JavaScript? Think and answer me. I have not defined. In such situation, we will get the output as undefined. Arrow function is a compact alternate to traditional function expression, but it is limited, cannot be used in all situations. There may be some cases where we cannot use. That's it about the first session. Introduction to JavaScript. So ensure that you are trying all these demos and finally you end up with this arrow function. Around after lunch, I'll be rolling out the sprint, but practice it. Yeah. Yes,
When
yes,
is
yes.
call
Yes.
SP a function? Calci SP in line 34.
It's a, we cannot, yeah, I can say it is an arrow function, but it will not be considered as a function. This will be considered as a variable type. Whatever the parameter you are passing, you pass.
But ma'am, you haven't specified is very data type, right? Like where and let type of. Okay, okay.
With, without, that's what it is. Not error prone. We have what to say, that there were no standard rules when it comes to scripting languages. I can go ahead with semicolon, without semicolon, with the let keyword, without. So more flexibilities are there in this language.
Yeah.
Okay. So explore. I'm sharing my the last demo. See, you try with let, where, with single quotes, double quotes. All that's what these scripting languages are, not less error prone, and we have a lot of flexibility. With, without. Okay, I'm sharing. Leaving to you, please practice.